we're talking about expenses. Let's say, for instance, you start your first job and you earn your first pay. It gives a good feeling when you can buy things you've always desired. But as champions, it's very important you know what you prioritize, what you put first when spending money. What do I mean by this? Now, there are different categories of expenses. You can either spend on liabilities or you spend on assets. Before I go on, I want you to understand that as human beings, there are basic needs. Needs are different from wants. Needs, you need them. You have to have them to keep a living, to be alive, to be human. Example is water, clothing, shelter. These are basic needs, and food. But when I desire to wear a particular design, it's probably very expensive. That is not a need, that is a want. Now, as champions, like I said, you must know that you spend on liabilities or assets. For instance, a car is, it could be an asset, it could also be a liability. If the car, you use it to run your day-to-day activity, your family and all of that, it is a liability. Why? Because it will always take money from your purse. It will always demand money from you for maintenance, for servicing, for gas and all of that. But let's say you use your car for commercial purpose. You use it to carry people around at various charges to them. That car will earn you money. It will put money in your pocket. So that, in that case, it is an asset. Another example is a building. Let's say you buy a property, a building, and you live inside this building. That building is not an asset. It could be an asset, but for the future. But the moment you're living into it, there will be depreciation and all of that, and you have to maintain the house from time to time. That means it's a liability. But if you have a house and you put it up for rental, people pay you, it is an asset. So, as champions, you must make conscious effort to spend first on assets. Why? Because as you take care of your basic needs, you also have to take care of needs for tomorrow. And when you buy assets and those assets bring money into your purse, then in future you can use such money to satisfy your wants. So this is very important. It's very cogent for you as a champion to understand the different ways of expending money, the different ways of spending money. You must spend first on assets. Spend first on assets. It's very important you create other sources of income from your first income. That is the way to grow. It's not enough for you. There's this urge that makes you believe that everything is important, everything is urgent. It is a big lie. You have to grow beyond that. You have to know how to wait. You have to know how to delay gratification and all of this. It's always a pleasure bringing recipes for success to you. I remain yours truly, Gabriel Adeolu, signing out.